HealthSpace is a product of Aflu Healthcare. Aflu Healthcare is a leading provider of centralized healthcare information systems. We essentially help healthcare organizations and healthcare professionals to manage and access critical patient information. Currently, the state of health is quite fragmented. You find that one patient has 10 files, and at the point of care, the doctor does not have access to all those files. It makes it difficult for them to deliver the best care because they don't have the most accurate and up-to-date patient information at the point of care. So this is not just a waste of money on the patient side. Also, depending on which disease that the patient has, it actually prolongs the therapeutic turnaround times. Whereas if the doctor had all the information at the point of care, the speed of care would be there, and clinical outcomes as well, they'll be much better because they have everything at hand when they're treating the patient. The goal is really to merge all the records, that we can have one patient, one health record that are accessible 24/7 from anywhere in the world. Health tech business is quite capital intensive, like as with fintech as well. So just the start, it takes so long and you need as much funding as possible. At some point you run out of funds, especially towards the end where you really need now to get into the market and test your product. So we were at that stage where we needed just to keep afloat until we can land a bigger client. So it is at that critical point where you need to be at the right time at the right place because you've done so much already to get to that point. The funding product by Netcash actually came as a surprise. We're looking at different options. I've actually seen a lot of products that are called instant funding, but the instant can take weeks and you don't really have such time. We're fortunate that we had actually started working with Netcash from the onset. They actually handle all our debit orders. Our clients pay us through debit order, so they understand all our financials. They can see our growth as well in terms of financials. So basically they had everything on their side. And another thing is that they understand agency, and everything was just so seamless in terms of applying for funding. Because I mean, when you need funding, it's not like you have a couple of weeks to wait for it. Most of the time you need funding as in now because you've exhausted other options. It is indeed an instant funding because we received the funds same day as we applied, and it was really that easy. Unlike your traditional banks where you would be required a lot of information as far as like your business plans, cash flow projections, and many other documents that essentially form part of the red tape. So without the instant funding from Netcash, I don't think we would be where we are. HealthSpace was at a point where we needed to take it to the market. That's the time we needed them the most. And that fund allowed us to keep our heads above water so that we're able to go out there and market and actually land a couple of clients. So they actually opened doors for us.